Hello everyone, it's Ethan from the Orlando Tours. Today we are back to do another full Epic Universe construction update. This will actually be our 8th Epic Universe construction update that we've done, and I'm super excited to get into it. There's been a lot of changes since our last video, which I think was 2 weeks ago. If you're new here, make sure you follow up on those old videos you missed. 2 videos ago we filmed the Nintendo announcement video, so make sure you guys stay tuned with the updates y'all missed from that video. But last video they we had the Chronos going up, and we have some other cool stuff, and they actually just made an announcement yesterday. So today is Friday, June 20th or 21st. But yeah, today's a big episode because new announcement. We got to go over a whole new land was revealed with a bunch of details, and I'm excited to hop into it and show you guys what's going on at the park. Disclaimer for you guys watching, I am not trespassing the park. We're staying off property. These are all public roads, public areas. This is a public road right here actually that we're walking on. So we're not going inside the park. We also don't talk about rumors or discuss anything that's not announced. So we only talk about official names for attractions that Universal has already revealed, and we show visible construction and ride testing, nothing else. So if you want rumors and stuff like that, make sure you guys follow like Alicia Stella, but we will not be personally doing that on my page. And if you guys want aerial photography, make sure to follow BioReconstruct. But we do not fly any drones over the park. We might do a helicopter tour sometime in the future. I know we talked about doing one in our last video. Still haven't done one quite yet, but we're working on that. We're gonna get some shots from the helicopter at some point. That would be really cool to do, so stay tuned for a video like that. But let's just jump right into today's construction update. We like to change up our views every time for all the videos for Epic Universe. We're starting by the lake, and I think we actually did this last time. This first view we started with, we actually have Stardust Racers, which was formerly known as Starfall Racers. They officially changed the name recently, so it's hard for us to remember sometimes, but they have added a bunch of trees and plants in front of the coaster, as you can see. That's brand new as of like the last couple weeks. Really cool to see that. It looks very floral and very tropical, and it looks, very grown in already. It makes the park look way more complete. I'm glad to see that. Now over here we have the Hiccups Wing Glider coaster, which we've seen test. I haven't seen it test in a while, but we have footage of that in a separate video. We have footage of Stardust as well, and then behind that we have Dragon Racer Rally, and they're all a bit harder to see now because of those trees. And then over here we have the Mead Hall, and Dragons was one of the lands that has been officially announced so far. So they've announced all those names. We have the Stardust Station, then we have the Helios Hotel, which is going to be your prime value hotel. They're actually moving a crane right now. That's going to be the theater for the Untrainable Dragon right behind that crane. But the Helios, since our last video, has gotten a new orange dome on the right side towards the middle. And then the center dome has a new top. So it's really cool to see that. They've actually started, if we look by the ballroom, they have a new little orange thing, so they're about to make that ballroom roof the same color as the other domes. And then if we look on the very left, this dome here has new windows. We're gonna get a better look at those windows later, but those have recently been installed as well. With every visit, the Helios Grand Hotel looks more and more complete, and there's always these subtle changes that they have. If we pan over to the left, we have the carousel, which is poking out right here, center screen. We'll get a better look at that later. But over here we have the Chronos Tower, which is the park entry portal, and this thing has developed like crazy in the last couple weeks. We're gonna get a better look at that in a minute. Then we also have Nintendo over here, and apparently those clouds have been testing. They've moved positions recently. We don't have footage of them testing yet though. That's cool to see. Over here you can see the structure for Donkey Kong. They were installing the monkey face last time, but we're gonna get a better closer look at that later. And they have some new additions since our last visit. Also the Chronos Tower, we're gonna zoom in for you guys here, but they have these balls in the center of the portal, and those are each of the lands represented at the park. And then that top ball represents, I believe, Celestial Park, or it's just this giant thing. And I believe these pieces are gonna be moving around and spinning. We haven't seen any of that happen yet as they're still installing the tower. But right above the ball, they've kind of topped it off with like a very flat top. And that's brand new as of this morning. This was not here yesterday like this. So very new. Yesterday, the ball was the top of the Chronos. We could show you a picture on screen of what it looked like yesterday. But this is amazing to see all the progress. They have like the Mario logos already installed on those Chronos pieces. They have a Dragons piece installed on the I think the red ball, but it's really good to see that this is coming along very fast. You can actually see the Kronos right here next to the Monsters ride that was just announced yesterday. We got Dark Universe announced, so we're gonna talk about that later. But let's zoom in. Look at how beautiful they look together. It's really nice. Lastly, the roof for Hiccup's Wing Glider has been getting a bunch of new shingles and roof tiling. It looks all complete on this side. The other side has some work still left to do. We'll show you guys that soon. Over here you can see the Stella, or Terra Luna Hotel actually, and they're installing the tiles right now. Really cool to see that. And then we have the Stellan over here, which has its tiles all completed already. We'll get a closer look at those later today. But over here we have Donkey Kong right there, the back of the monkey statue right there, and then to the right of it we have Nintendo World. Pretty neat. And then we're actually going to zoom into Mount Beanpole for y'all. It's pretty cool, all the details they have there. If we look over to the left, if we zoom in, we have the castle poking out for Dark Universe. We can see little bits of things poking out, like Bowser's castle, turrets, different things. We'll get better looks at those later. If we zoom in right here, we have the Blue Dragon Pan Asian Restaurant, which I'm super excited for, part of Celestial Park. I cannot wait to dine there. I love Asian food. Right here though, we have Grand Helios and a lot of glass installed in the front. In fact, the front looks pretty much complete. I'd say like 85 to 90% complete. It looks amazing. Lots of work done. The backside's getting some more work done, but this looks absolutely beautiful. If we go to the bottom center screen, you can see the carousel poking out a little bit. And yeah, it looks just really good. Anyways, as we look around, we have the Kronos center screen. We're gonna zoom in on it. It looks like there's actually workers installing stuff right now. So that top piece was just installed today. Yeah, that thing looks beautiful. You can see workers on the sides, and then all the like emblems are in the inside, the different color. Can't wait to see this thing light up and actually like move around and stuff. We'll keep you guys posted with it, but it looks really neat. Over here we have the portals for both Dragons and Harry Potter. And Harry Potter's the only land that we need a full announcement for. Everything else has been completely announced, or mostly announced. We got in-depth announcements about the attractions and different things for each land. Yeah, we have a windmill here. We saw it spinning yesterday. Seen it spinning like a month ago. But they've been testing it. We have Stardust Racers behind it actually. That's where the second launch is. So that's really cool. And then actually we can also see the Viking heads poking out for Dragons. In the background we can see the Wizarding World. We're gonna zoom in for y'all. So we're gonna pan over to the right and you can see a bunch of rooftops, chimneys, some cool designs there. It's really sick. Then we have the show building here for Dragons, and then we have the meat hall behind it. Then we have Stardust Racers in the background here. I haven't seen any rides test yet this morning. Center screen we have the Hiccup's Wing Gliders. Center screen here we have Dragon Racer Rally, and the grandstands behind it are complete. No more scaffolding on it, and you can see dragon houses poking out. We have a lot of blue items lined up here in front of Hiccup's Wing Gliders. I think those are boat parts covered up for the boat ride, which is called Fire Drill. Yeah, this view is so amazing. Over here we have like a background that looks like a water tower structure. That's going to be like a dome, a themed element. That structure has not quite yet been installed. We're still waiting. That's part of the Harry Potter land. Over here we have Epic Boulevard, which is most likely where the front entrance of the park is going to be. Right now it's used for construction workers, and we have a lot of plants that have grown in this area lately in the last few weeks. I'm actually waiting for these edges, these corners here, to have Epic Universe signage or Universal signage like they have at the current property. They have Universal Orlando Resort signs. So hopefully in these corners we'll get some signage soon. We're going to keep an eye out for that. Further to the left, we actually have Constellation Way, which is a road that was added a little bit after Epic Boulevard, and it goes into this way. It leads to a road which is, I think, going to connect to the Circle Fly-Through that we're going to show you guys later, but it also connects to the hotels. I don't know if that'll be a public road or just for like team members. Last update, we actually saw that they added a bunch of plants and you know, vegetation over here in front of it's kind of blocking some of the views from outside, so you can't really see Stardust Racers or the meat hall, but it actually helps blend the park in really nicely. Yeah, the plants have grown a lot more since our last visit, and they've added a bunch more plants here. We have another look at the Kronos from ground level right here facing it, and then as you can see over here we have the Grand Helios Hotel. It's really nice. Like I said, this dome on the very center dome, the top of it was recently put on since our last visit. Yeah, this hotel looks amazing. We also have a little view of Nintendo here as well. Here's one more look at Constellation Way. As you can see, it goes down this road here. And this road looks mostly complete, so pretty good to see that. Over here we're at the back of Donkey Kong, and you can see they installed last time the giant monkey face in the front, the golden statue, and since then we actually have a banana installed on the top of him. It's a little golden banana. Lots of theming around the sides poking out. On the left side you can see over here some stuff sticking out, temple theming. We have stuff on the sides that are still a little unpainted though, and they will be painted soon. And then we have the Helios, which we have our domes for it. We got the medallion right there. It's really nice. Then we mount beam poles sticking out for Nintendo. And as we go around, you see some of the outlines for Nintendo. And then we have the Kronos sticking out behind some trees. And we have Stardust Racers. We have a little windmill for dragons. And we got the mead hall over here. And it's got that little hut in the top. Super cool. The theming's amazing. Here's a better look at Stardust Racers and that medallion. The thing looks huge, and that's going to be the main entrance archway to the park. We've been talking about it a lot today because this has been the biggest development that we've really seen since our last few videos. It looks crazy. And that ball in the center was there, and now they added that top piece, so they're rapidly building this thing. There's actually someone working on the Kronos right now. You can see there's like a Ministry of Magic Time Turner looking logo that's on some of the merch already at the preview center. See a little Mario figure, but yeah, someone's working on the Kronos. Here's one more angle from this side. It's a little less obstructed, so you can kind of see that, but the thing looks beautiful. Looks so good. Center screen, you can see that dome for Potter I was talking about earlier. Hopefully they top that off pretty soon. Something's being lifted in the air above Nintendo. We have no clue what this is, but just probably miscellaneous parts. Crane's pretty big. Over here we have a view of Potter. You can see the mural there, kind of by the entrance portal. And yeah, you can see some of the streets, but we're about to get a better look at that. As you can see, we have Dragon Racer, not Dragon Racer Rally, Hiccup's Wing Glider here, and the roof looks mostly complete with the shingles. There's a little lower roof half here, and that lower roof is missing some shingles, but the main roof is all finished. Over here we have a side profile of the mead hall. And then we have this windmill, which is actually currently spinning, but very slowly. Now it stopped. But yesterday it was spinning like crazy. So we're going to show you guys some clips from different angles right here. Yeah, so the windmill's really neat. We have a bunch of clips of that already. We've seen it testing for a while. And then we actually have some dragon houses here, center screen in the back with some scaffolding. And then we have the Chronos that we've been showing you guys. It's nice. And in the background we have Stardust Racers. We have a little bit of the Hiccups Wing Glider. You could see the crane over there with some stuff. We have the portal for dragons right here. And it looks like there's not much scaffolding left over. I know there's a lot of scaffolding last visit, but there's some still kind of at the base. So they've been doing touch-ups on it, but it looks really nice. And then over here we have the Stardust Racers entry, the Comet down there in the background. You got a dueling track portion, and then center screen, this building is the Atlantic Restaurant in Celestial Park. So it's really cool that we could see all that, and all the glass is visible. Lastly, in the background we got that water tower structure, that mural, and that's all of Potter back there. But it's really cool, this view. Lots of stuff to see. Once again, I haven't caught Stardust tests in a while. It's been since our last update actually, but I haven't seen any ride testing yet today at all. Right next to Hiccups Wing Gliders, we actually have the Untrainable Dragon Show, which is a stage show. I've heard very good things about it. They have it in I think either Beijing or Japan. But yeah, we're getting our own version of it. Universal did officially announce that attraction. From over here we have a slightly different angle, but of everything we just showed you guys is all the same. It's really nice. Over here we have a nice clear look at Mount Beanpole from the backside, but it looks really nice. You got the Mario flag up top as well. And now right here we have a direct shot behind the Donkey Kong statue. You get a closer look at that banana on the top. You can see the barrel sticking out to the left. And we have those white piping underneath, which is for water flow. There's going to be a waterfall as seen in the concept art that Universal showed. Once again, we explained all the Nintendo details a few episodes back. Make sure you guys watch that to see what that land is all about. As far as the Grand Helios goes, that dome is, I believe it's under a protective covering, so they might remove some of that, and then you're going to be able to see out the dome. But we have all these, we have 4 little orange domes now. There was like 3 of them in our last update. And we have windows under each of the domes. So they're installing some right here in the center still, but at the end you can see those windows are new. Since our last update, those were recently installed, and they look great. Got some blue outlines on the side as well. Over here we have a nice look at Dark Universe. You can see the castle, Frankenstein's Manor, and the Burning Blade Tavern. Once again, we're going to talk about that soon. I don't remember if we showed you guys this last video or not, but all this road structuring is for the raised flyover, the circular flyover they're building. That's going to be part of the Kirkman Road extension. So they have a lot of progress being made back there. It's already going up. And they've had construction vehicles on that road. They just need to place the road on top of the supports. It's getting very close to finish. I can't wait to drive up there and get some views too. It is very hot out today, very humid. The bugs are also out, but as you can see right behind me, we have the Stella Nova Hotel. This is one of the value resorts. Universal did make an announcement about the hotels individually for Stella Nova right here and Terra Luna, which is its sister hotel across the street. And we've talked about that in like 3 episodes ago. So we made a full separate video about the hotels. And then, yeah, so this is your budget hotel. Same pricing as like Surfside, Dockside Inn, Cabana Bay, and you can actually buy a ticket right now for these hotels. This one's starting in January, and the other hotel opens in February. And this is literally right across from the park. It's really close, and the views are going to be amazing. And this hotel just looks really cool, galaxy themed. We talked a lot of stuff about this hotel. But yeah, if you want a more bougie stay, you're going to want to be at the Grand Helios Hotel, which is connected to the back of Epic Universe. And they haven't announced full details about that hotel, just a couple things, but we will keep you posted when they do so. And yeah, let's get a closer look at the Stella Nova, and then we'll show you some Terra Luna as well pretty soon. We're getting a closer look now at the Stella Nova Hotel. Look at all these tilings. Nothing's really changed since our last update with the Stella Nova. Over here we have purple paint on the bottom, which goes around the whole hotel. And over here, this is the lobby check-in side. We have a bunch of glass installed, purple paint. It's all been there since our last update. And this awning is where you're gonna be like parking under and stuff when you go check in. Just like Surfside and Dockside, we should be able to see a sign here for the hotel. I'm waiting for that to be installed some point soon. And we have all these little lighting tiles installed. We've seen this thing test at night. We have posted those videos separately. The only new update with this hotel on this side, since all the tiles are complete, is that the parking lot is being worked on, and it's pretty much paved and all ready to go. And all these little light fixtures, I believe, are new since our last visit. I haven't noticed them until recently. So they have a lot of lights ready to go in this parking lot, and it kind of obstructs some of our view, but it's really cool to see that this thing is pretty ready to go. I love all these lights. The other side of the hotel has more action, so we're gonna drive by, get some video, and we'll explain what's going on the other side. We just drove by these two hotels, and you see this is the front side of Stella Nova, and it looks really complete. They've added a lot of growth and vegetation in the front. By the pool side, it's looking really nice, and it's looking just way more complete since our last visit. Then we have the Terra Luna, which has a square-shaped entrance, and they've been started installing glass in the front there by the lobby check-in. Lots of tiles still need to be placed. It's not fully complete yet. The front side is complete, and it also is getting some vegetation and more glass installed on the bottom half of the building. Over here we have the Kirkman flyover thing that we were talking about from a different angle. As you see, it's making a rotation, and this is the ramp to get on it, and this will help you get from the current Universal Orlando Resort to Epic Universe and the hotels. As you can see, we have some cars up on the ramp already. It's pretty cool. And then we have Donkey Kong over here. We're about to get another view of that. Over here we have a view of the Helios Grand Hotel from the kind of back side of it. It's really nice though. Then we have the Frankenstein Manor, which we're about to go in more depth and more details about. We have Stardust Racers behind it. We have the Wolfman spinning coaster we're about to talk about. It's actually testing right now. We have the Burning Blade Tavern. And look at the coaster go. Super fun. But yeah, so we have the carousel down there. We got the dragons area. We're lifting something by the carousel. We have this windmill spinning right now. Pretty neat. We already shared clips of that earlier though. And then we have Nintendo stuff. The top of Bowser's Fortress right there. And we have Donkey Kong right over here, which I'm hoping to catch tests later. We've caught a little bit of testing during the day. Put a clip here. some Nintendo stuff up there. You can see the Chronos peeking out to the left. And then we have dragons, the carousel, and then monsters. A little bit of dragons in the background and some Stardust as well. There's a lot going on by Donkey Kong. There's a train actually, if we zoom in right there, peeking out of the station. Hopefully we'll catch testing later. You can see the monkey mouth kind of installed there behind some scaffolding on the top with the barrel that riders are going to launch through. And then we have a little ring in front of that barrel. If we zoom in over here, we actually have like banana statues all around the front of the temple. We have some broken bricks down there. Lots of little theming elements all around the temple. And then over here, as we go around, this still has scaffolding. They're almost done painting that structure. And that hut structure in front of it is gonna have some themed, like straw kind of look to it. Over here to the left, we have some spikes. One of the minecarts are gonna actually jump over the spikes as seen from the concept art and the fly-through videos and stuff. Over here, it looks like a wall is being built with some mountain theming, and then on the bottom, we'll zoom in, we have an airplane, which is one of the snack stands, or gift shops that they're building. It looks like the shape of an airplane taking shape, because we can see that in the Epic Universe model. It's pretty neat. Over here, we have Nintendo, we got Bowser's Castle sticking out. If we zoom in, we got a Piranha Plant wrapped up, and then we have the Chronos peeking over. It's pretty cool. We also have some more theming over here. We have a windmill right here, and then we got the dragons, carousel. You can see one of the statues over there for dragons, the meat hall. And then we have our Monsters Land that we're about to talk about. The station for Stardust down there. And our castle looks amazing. Still waiting for the top to be installed. We don't have any pieces staged for the Helios at the bottom right here. We have all of our stuff mostly installed already. We can also see the Wizarding World portal peeking over the Monsters show building. They're literally doing rapid testing for Curse of the Werewolf, train after train. And they have about 3 trains. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got riders on there soon, but we do have test dummies. It would be fun if we catch riders riding this though. Yesterday, Universal officially announced Dark Universe, which is this land coming to Epic Universe right over here. It contains the monsters. So guests of all ages will explore the shadowy village of Darkmoor, home to Universal monster legends like Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, and more. Yesterday they shared a bunch of concept art and fly-through videos, which we have on our social media pages already, so make sure you check them out. They're in the description. It says, next year, Universal, the pioneer of the horror genre, will bring its timeless monsters to the present day with the debut of Dark Universe, one of 5 immersive worlds featured at Epic Universe opening in 2025. The most mysterious world of Universal Orlando's newest theme park, with this captivating new land will envelop guests in monstrous adventures across various attractions, shops, restaurants, and character meet and greets that will thrill everyone from families to classic monster fans alike. Created by the award-winning Universal creative team in partnership with Universal Pictures, Dark Universe blends the iconic stories of unearthly legends like Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, Bride of Frankenstein, and more, with a new generation of monsters and characters, including Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, the great-great-granddaughter of the infamous Henry Frankenstein, who has continued his misguided experiments. So the name of this village is named Darkmoor. As guests venture through Darkmoor, the ravaged village within Dark Universe, they'll encounter characters and subjects of those experiments within a first-of-its-kind theme park environment that offers family-friendly fun while also pushing the boundaries on intensity in a way that only Universal could achieve. Welcome to Darkmoor. The journey to Dark Universe begins the moment guests enter its electrifying portal, which harnesses the dark energy of Darkmoor. As guests step foot inside, that same energy will pulsate throughout the entire village and connect at the top of Frankenstein Manor, the towering focal point of Dark Universe. Nestled within the blackened stone walls of the town, Guests will embark on unique adventures where they can get made up to look like their favorite monsters, spin through the woods aboard a thrilling family coaster, and enjoy unique dining establishments, enter Frankenstein's Manor to brave Universal Orlando's most chilling ride ever, and more. We haven't been able to see the Monsters Portal today, based on a few of our angles, but we have seen it in past videos, and it's got a Tesla coil. As noted by the model, we should be getting the top of this castle with some electricity features, so I can't wait for that to be installed. So here's some more details about the attractions in the land. We have Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment, which is this castle right over here. It says Universal's most terrifying attraction yet. This state-of-the-art dark ride takes guests deep into the catacombs of Frankenstein Manor, where Dr. Victoria Frankenstein conducts her twisted experiments. In a vain display of her genius, she invites guests into her laboratory to witness a demonstration of her ability to control monsters. But her plans go awry when her attempts to control the most dangerous monsters, Dracula, fails, unleashing a horde of enraged monsters. Guests are then thrust into an intense dark ride through the darkness, or it just says ride through the darkness, as they try to evade the grasp of the Wolfman, Mummy, Creature of the Black Lagoon, and Brides of Dracula and others. Curse of the Werewolf is the one we see testing here. It says deep in the woods that sit on the edge of Darkmoor, guests will find Curse of the Werewolf, a spinning family coaster inspired by the Wolfman movie. Guests will enter the encampment of the Guild of Mystics, where they'll be greeted by the Maleva, the guild's all-knowing seer and leader, who warns them that they bear the mark of the werewolf. Guests then board a wagon and venture into the forest, racing to escape the werewolves before they become one themselves. Similar to the makeup experience we had in the current Universal Orlando parks for a little bit of time, they're doing the Darkmoor Monster Makeup Experience. So that's going to be really neat. Guests of all ages can become fashionably monstrous as they don elaborate face paint and temporary tattoos at Darkmoor Monster Makeup Experience. Here, monster makers have converted Dr. Pretorius' infamous old lab into a parlor to continue the spirit of his demented experiments. And skilled artisans use their talents to transform guests' outer appearances so they can showcase their fandom for the Universal monsters. They're really spinning right now on this coaster. Can't wait to ride that. There's different colored test dummies. It looks like people are riding, but I don't think there are. It's just different colored test dummies. You can also meet the monsters. There's always someone or something looming in the shadows of Dark Universe, including monsters who are eager to meet and greet everyone from kids to adults, including Dr. Victoria Frankenstein's monster, the alluring Bride of Frankenstein. Guests will also encounter the unusual inhabitants roaming the eerie village, including Victoria Frankenstein's servant Igor, the Invisible Man, an eccentric monster hunter, and a talented musician who regales guests with songs and tales of the classic Universal monster stories. At Dark Universe, we also have some delicious food and merchandise. So some of these are the Doss Steakhouse, Darkmoor's most ominous restaurant. This establishment is a dining hall run by vampire familiars who size up by unsuspecting patrons to be part of the vampire's feast. Surrounded by artwork and artifacts detailing the history of the village's creatures of the night, guests can enjoy a menu of kebabs, burgers, sandwiches, and more. The Burning Blade Tavern is actually right over here. We haven't seen this thing test or light up on fire, but it's pretty neat. It says, despite the blades of the windmill still smoldering and flaming periodically, Darkmoor's monsters hunters have transformed this old fiery mill into their favorite hangout. While enjoying a menu of burgers, wings, bratwurst, pretzels, and specialty beverages, guests will hear stories of the infamous hounds, boastful hunters from beyond Darkmoor, all while surrounded by an impressive display of their monster heads they consider their trophies. Once again, we're looking for testing for this. For the windmill, we haven't seen any for this Darkmoor one. We also have a couple spots in here. We have DeLacy's Cottage. Near the Frankenstein Manor sits DeLacy's Cottage food stand, where the original Frankenstein's monster once received sustenance and friendship. Here, guests can find a variety of snacks and cool treats like cinnamon bread, ice cream, twisted taters, and more. And guests can take home a piece of the immortal world of Dark Universe with commemorative merchandise and mementos from retail locations like Pretorius' Scientific Oddities. If we zoom in here, we actually have a little bit of a cemetery you could see as part of the extended queue for the Frankenstein Unchained, or Monsters Unchained Frankenstein Experiment. We're gonna go head out of this area now. We're gonna come back and see if we can catch testing for Donkey Kong later, hopefully. The backside of the castle for Frankenstein Manor also has its trims mostly complete. There's not much scaffolding on the backside, but there still remains a lot of scaffolding on the front side here. Took a break, went to SeaWorld, and came back. We now have a rainbow over the monsters area. We also have a lot of Wolfman testing going on still. And we also have been waiting. Donkey Kong wasn't testing, and now it actually just started testing and just came to a pause. But we're gonna see if we can catch some more going on. So they keep stopping the trains here and the brakes. There's one right there we can zoom in for y'all, but yeah, we haven't seen like a big bunch of full course test runs. They just keep doing like bits and pieces. Train up. Oh, there it is.
Someone's like, give me a break, dude. Yes, I got what I wanted actually. In a good clip.
So we just saw some Donkey Kong. We came back from SeaWorld. And also, I wanted to let you guys know, as far as Dark Universe, in the press release, they're also saying you can buy new Dark Universe merch already in the parks. They have a new Epic Universe Preview Center that they recently just opened like a couple weeks ago. It was like last week actually. So that video will be up before this one. So you'll be able to actually, like the City Walk, it's in City Walk. So you can just go there for free, check out the model of the park. It's a scale model. And it's got all the details that you need to see about Epic Universe. And then you can download an app, and then you can use some new AR features. We'll put a clip right in here from yesterday when they just rolled out the new Dark Universe AR features, and then we show you some of the merch in there too. So let's play that clip. We are now in City Walk, and they made their Dark Universe announcement this morning. We're outside the Epic Universe Preview Center, and we're gonna see if they play the new Dark Universe flyover here on the screen outside the store. And then we're gonna see if the app has updated to show some new animations on the model. But yeah, we already gave a full tour like last week. So we're gonna have that video on the channel before this one. Make sure you check out that video first before this video if you wanna see an in-depth look at the model and everything that this store has to offer. So they haven't updated the fly through yet, but we're about to head into the store. This model is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, we've been in depth already, but we're gonna go check out the Dark Universe section today. have our Dark Universe portal over here in the store as a backdrop. And then they also have a fly-through screen over here as well. But Dark Universe looks amazing. That's going to be our main attraction here. And we'll go in depth about it right over here. We'll talk about it. We're loading into the Epic Universe Preview Center app. They have a separate app for this store you can download for free. And we can interact with the model. We've been doing that. We did that last week. And we're going to see if it updated the monster stuff. So Dark Universe, we've always had it announced, but not the details. So now we have the windmill blowing on fire, which we had last week. We have the little Tesla coils here, but it still says coming soon for the attraction. They haven't updated it quite yet, it seems. Pretty interesting. So yeah, we're waiting for the model to update. Right now you can't even take photos on the app for this land, but they are updating it right now, it seems. We're now updating the app, and we're going to see if that lets the land show the stuff. So we'll see. But overall, this land's amazing. It's really nice. We just updated the app. We're going to try again. Oh, it's loading now. Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. Let's see what's in here. As you can see though, you can interact if it'll focus. You can hit the icon. So that's the Burning Blade Tavern. We're gonna get more into the in-depth details later, but we have the Doss Steakhouse. And then we have the Curse of the Werewolf. As you can see, it's pretty cool. And this is Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, but we're gonna try to log back into that because it's not working right now. There we go.
Nice.
This land is amazing. We actually updated our app and got it rolling out, so we can actually see some of the cool stuff, the animations in here now. But yeah, it's really cool. We can learn about each of the different things. This Monster Spinning Coaster I've actually got a lot of videos of already, testing in person. You would know that from my other videos that I've posted on the channel. But yeah, so when we look on the app at Dark Universe, something really cool is that the Tesla coils, they said that there's going to be electricity going through all the land as part of the theming. So it's really cool to see that. This should be spinning in real life. Obviously it's a model, but that's the Burning Blade Tavern. You can click on all the things to learn more information. We've also shared all this concept art on our social media pages already. Curse of the Werewolf. It's really cool. You can see the transformation of the Wolfman and stuff. And this barn is going to be the swing launch. Really cool looking. Then over here we have the steakhouse, Doss Steakhouse. That's all the shops that they're showing info on in this land. Yeah, once again, if we come over by the attraction, the show building all opens up for us. It's really cool to see this. And this is, like I said, similar to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. This might be similar to one of the ride scenes as well. It's really neat though. You can see the monsters whipping around in there. A little portal looking thing. Over here, you can see the backside of the ride vehicle, and there's actually an Easter egg from Greg Hall, who was the project manager lead for this attraction. And he put a little Easter egg in the app. So it's on the back of the ride vehicles in the app. It's Catacomb Navigation Unit, so it's really cool. I almost forgot to show you guys, but here's some of the Dark Universe merch. They haven't added any new merch since last week, but we have a hat here. We have some ornaments, patches, lanyard pouches, and lanyards with all the monsters on it. We've got shirts, bags, hoodies, more shirts, posters, wallets, and we have our logo of the medallion for the land. So it's really cool. Here's some concept art. This matches some of the art that we saw, that we actually have up on our social medias pages as of today. But yeah, it's really neat, and they have some more merch scattered around the store for Dark Universe. Like over here, we got some Apple products, like cases for the Apple products, different things. And we have shot glasses over here. Really neat looking. And we also have some towels, really fuzzy looking, and some really cool shirts here. But yeah, this model is so amazing, and this land's so cool. We're gonna get back into our construction update though, and yeah. So yeah, they weren't playing any of the new drone fly-throughs, the animated ones like that we post on our social media pages. They didn't show any of those on the big screen in there, but I highly recommend checking out the preview center because you can interact with the Epic Universe model. It's just really fun to look at. I was taking photos for like hours the last few times. It's just really cool. But yeah. Usually we have a couple spots that we try to hit, but we're probably gonna end it at this last spot here, and then we'll see if we see any nighttime ride testing tonight. We'll also play it at the end of the video. So yeah, we just caught Donkey Kong testing. We're gonna see if we can catch any more of that. We also saw some cool deers, and then there was a rainbow on top of the like Dark Universe area. Let's see what we can see in this spot though. So over here you can see a little bit of Harry Potter back there. You can see Grand Helios. We have Stardust and the castle sticking out. We have a little bit of dragons peeking through, and then right here we have the mead hall, some of dragons in the background. And now let's zoom in for y'all. We have the carousel, Constellation Carousel. I cannot wait to get on that ride, and it's already coming along. That blue top, it's painted to gold. They're starting with the roof on it. Yeah, if we zoom in for you guys at the mead hall, you can actually see statues at the lower base. That's going to be the entrance to the mead hall. Really cool stuff. So not only that, but we can see Nintendo over here. And then we have Donkey Kong running. That's one for you guys. Sunset's looking beautiful tonight. Forgot to mention this earlier, but if we zoom in, those are actually those metal poles sticking out in front of Nintendo is where the portal is going to be installed. They haven't really installed that yet. You can see the framing for that. You can also see a better look at the Kirkman Road expansion going in place. Here's an unobstructed look at both Stardust and the Monsters Frankenstein Castle.
I bet.
As we look over there, there's still a ton of scaffolding right there at the Starfall Station, at the Comet. They're painting it currently. But yeah. Another look at that carousel there, the mead hall. And we have Donkey Kong still testing. That carousel is coming along really nice. We had a better angle before, but yeah, there's roof pieces being installed. It's just really cool. And you got Stardust over there just glowing. You can see the Potter portal down there just chilling over there. You can actually see the tops of some of the Potter buildings over here as well if we zoom in for y'all. And if we zoom in there, that's also the portal on the top of it for Monsters, right next to the castle. That's pretty neat. Yeah, no, Constellation Carousel, both parts of the carousel are getting their gold coloring, so it's really good to see that. So we just got some amazing golden hour shots of Donkey Kong, Epic Universe, and the surrounding area. Make sure you check out some of my other videos, because we tend to catch a lot of golden hour shots on our videos. Yeah, you got Wolfman going by, you can see it right there. Curse of the Werewolf. No Starfall testing yet today from what I've been able to see. But you can see Curse Werewolf going right there. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for our update today. We've covered a lot, most of everything going on. And we even finally got to see Donkey Kong test during the day, and she looks amazing. Sorry if it was hard to hear me throughout today's video. It was a little bit windy in certain places, not too bad, and luckily we didn't get rained out at all. And we were able to have a good update today. You know, we saw some progress, lots of new trees being planted. They actually, I forgot to point it out, but they have a lot of trees in front of the Curse of the Werewolf coaster. They've added a lot of plants over there, and you know, the vegetation looks nice. It helps block out the park from the outside. And when you're in the park, you're not really going to be able to see outside the park as much. So it's really nice to see that. And the park's just looking more complete day by day, week by week. So finally got to see, well, we saw some Curse of the Werewolf testing today. Covered everything about the new Dark Universe announcement, which is a land I'm really excited for. I think my most hyped land is Dragons. And like I said, they've announced most of the lands. We're just missing an in-depth announcement about Potter. And I think they're going to announce, of course, more details about the Helios, and then just other random details as we get closer to park opening. Hopefully they'll do pass holder previews and stuff. That'd be really cool. We don't know anything about that yet. But yeah, we were able to see a lot today. Had an amazing time. The weather was nice today. It probably took about 2.5, 3, probably about 3 hours to film today's video. So make sure you guys, if you guys like this, give it a like, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future updates. We're here all the time getting ride testing. We've seen about all the rides we can see test. We just can't really see Yoshi. We can't see Fire Drill. Certain rides like those, and we can't see the indoor rides, of course. But pretty much all the outside rides we've seen. So if you want to see some Stardust Racers testing, make sure you check out that video. I have a few videos of it testing already. We have a few videos. We've seen people on Dragon Racer Rally. We've seen just a lot of stuff. So just scroll through my channel. We've seen Donkey Kong at night. And yeah, we're gonna keep trying to catch some testing tonight if there's any. If there's Donkey Kong testing, we're probably not gonna film it though, just because we already have that filming at night. And I probably posted a Donkey Kong video with today's clips before this video, so it'll also contain those night videos in there. But yeah, make sure you guys check out the description if you want to stay tuned to my social media pages. We're posting some stuff on my social media channels today throughout the visit, so you're gonna see content on there first before YouTube. Sometimes I post on here late, but you will get the most up-to-date information by subscribing and then following my social media channels. I'll wait for the helicopter. You can find me on all platforms at the handle @EthanHerschaft. So that's TikTok, Threads, Instagram, Twitter, and I have another Instagram page @Florida Theme Park Pics. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is our 8th Epic Universe update, and hopefully we'll have a lot more coming soon. We'll eventually do a helicopter tour. That would be really fun. And yeah, just stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.